Peace, family. I did a video yesterday talking about the black female pastor who was saying that she thanked God for slavery and she thanked God for the crack house because through these trials and tribulations, these atrocities, it led her to an understanding of Jesus Christ, God, and she's become a better person for it. I understand what she's trying to say, but I reject this notion wholeheartedly. And one of the reasons why, because she stated that she thanked God for slavery, because if it wasn't for slavery, she'd be somewhere in Africa worshiping a tree. You ain't never in the recorded history ever seen no African worshiping trees. We were a structured, disciplined people. We were the originators of math, science, astronomy. We had created our own language. You don't do all this worshiping trees. And see, this is why I reject this notion. I don't want people coming to the word of God, the understanding of God that come from anywhere. Drug addiction, violence, whatever. I want some disciplined people, people who want to aspire to be better human beings and come through an understanding of God's laws and how he wants us to live. And see, I don't think it's a coincidence that people who do come to the understanding of God, how quickly they ascend when they come through a life of violence, crime, drug addiction, drug sales, the worst of the worst. These people aspire higher and quicker and be more influential than the people who do just want to be a better person. And see, and this female pastor is the exact example of what I'm talking about. Now, you are sitting up here in a position of authority, telling your congregation that you thank God for slavery because you be in somewhere Africa worshiping a tree, that your ancestors were snatched from their indigenous land, their motherland, and dragged here to the United States and enslaved for 300 years. And because you came out of this worshiping Jesus Christ, all that was worth it. And see, this is when you come up in the system that your oppressors had a 300-year head start in building the businesses, the industries, the institutions to promote and perpetuate their way of life. When you Negroes grow up in this environment without no alternative, without no institutions of your own to teach you the true history of our people, you will believe and accept this nonsense that this woman is saying. And you're saying this to a whole congregation of people. And they look up to the pastor, the preacher, the influencer. And some of them want to aspire to be like them. And they'll come out and spew this same nonsense that she's spewing. This is why I reject this. Any source, any reason is enough for you to come. As long as you come to the enlightenment of God, anything is acceptable. No, it's not. Not to me. When you can have former crackheads, drug dealers, gangbangers, prostitutes, heroin addicts, heroin pushers, criminals come into a light. Come on now. And see, when you have a race of people that was stripped of their culture, their heritage, their richness of their society, you have pastors like this that like I say, that spew this garbage. You don't hear no Jews sitting up here thanking God for their Holocaust. You don't hear the Asians thanking who they worship for their imprisonment in American concentration camps. You don't hear no organized people that was brought up supported by their own system of government, schools that teach their children, businesses that support their. You don't hear no other race of people thanking God for the atrocities of slavery or some type of indentured servitude. Nobody but blacks. And why? Because we were the ones that was hit the hardest. We were stripped of all these essential needs, and then raised up in it, and put these people in position so they can spew this ignorance. And people are paying her tithes to deliver this message. Like I said, I don't subscribe to that nonsense, and it should be abolished, clearly. But I'm in this video here. And as always, these are my thoughts, my opinions. I invite you to leave yours in the comments, and I'll see you in my next video. Ashe.